Hello Power Pickers! Last week I shared my cover of Joe Satriani's song 10 Words, and this is the behind the scenes video. That means I want to talk about the song and how difficult it was to learn. As a bonus for the second part of the video, I share 3 helpful tips on how to learn songs pretty fast. Stay tuned, that's a great bonus. At first I want to say thank you for all the likes and the lovely comments I got so far on my guitar cover of Joe Satriani's song 10 Words. Let's answer some of your questions right now. The first question is from Rock Reborn Guitar. He asked me how long it took me to learn and master this song. That's a great question because learning and mastering a song are 2 different things. So here's the answer. Because I always write down my progress in this map very detailed, I can tell you exactly that it took me 20.5 hours from the first time reading the tabs until I recorded the song. Because I always practice in 30-minute sessions, it took me 41 sessions over a period of 5 weeks to master this song. I would say 5 to 8 sessions went into reading the tabs and the first part of the song, and about 30 sessions went into the middle part of the song, because that's the hard one, especially that pentatonic lick made me crying sometimes. But yeah, overall I would say 35 to 38 sessions into practicing song parts and only 3 or 4 sessions to play through the full song. Because I trained the song very good, it only took me 3 or 4 tries to record this song. That was pretty less and very surprisingly for me. I hope that answers your question. The next question is from Jonathan Moran. He asked, how's the Ibanez J Custom compared to the other RG? Is there any major difference? Well, there are not too many differences between the J Custom and the RG 550 guitar. I would say one difference is the dark fretboard with the Tree of Life inlay, which can be weird sometimes on this guitar, but I'm totally used to that. A second difference are the pickups. This guitar is loaded with DiMarzio pickups and this guitar is loaded with the Ibanez V pickups. That means this guitar has a lot more output than this guitar, and that causes less gain and a cleaner tone. That's easier to play, I think. And the major difference about these 2 guitars is the way how they bolt on the neck. So on this guitar they solved that cutaway pretty good. It's very rounded, and that means you have a good access to the 17th and 19th fret where I play that pentatonic lick. And on the RG 550 guitar it's more hard to play because here they bolt on this metal plate, which is very sharp and straight, and that means it's a little bit higher to play the pentatonic lick. So that's a major difference. I would say the song is easier to play on the J Custom guitar. Let's answer the third question. It's from Franz Frin. He asked me why I picked this particular song 10 Words from Joe Satriani to cover. That's very easy to answer. There are more reasons for that. Reason number 1 is that the song is not too long. I don't like to cover songs that are 10 minutes long because these are year projects. A second reason is because the song is very melodic and happy. That's the thing I prefer at the moment. And the third reason is I wanted the song which is not too fast, where I can train my vibrato and bending technique a little bit more. Alright, here are my 3 bonus tips for you on how to learn songs pretty fast. Tip number 1, it's very easy. If you have a song with 3 minutes and 30, that doesn't work, that you go through the tabs from the beginning to the end. When you land in the end, you forgot what you have to play in the beginning. That means split the song into parts, faster parts, single riffs, and train them themselves. That means you master one part, you go over to the second part, master that one, then you combine these 2 parts, and you do that until you can play the full song. There are a lot of tools which can help you to play that. For example, Audacity. It's a free software where you can record the original, you cut it, and you can loop that thing over and over, and you can play to that. You also can change the speed 20-30% less and work on a metronome game until you reach the original speed. That helped me a lot. My second tip is to don't feel stressed. Take enough time for each part to master. Play it over the original as long as possible. That means you don't only cover the taps, you also cover the vibrato, the bending, and almost the feeling. Of course, you can't cover a feeling from a player, but you can try to feel the same. And that means you have to play it as long as possible over the original, because then you hear if you're right in timing and if you're right in dynamics. That's very important. If you only play over backing tracks, you can't control that thing. My third tip is something I learned with this particular cover song. If there is a fast part which you don't understand, or you feel overwhelmed and you think you can never play this, don't cry. Go over to Guitar Pro, type in the taps, and then you have a perfect tool to train with a metronome, because there you can change the BPM number to the speed you can play. And then you can do a metronome game until you reach the original speed. And you're faster than you think. So that's something I learned with this one, and it helped me a lot. In the end, I played through the song I think 100 times to the original and a few times over the backing track, and that made me very confident in the end to record this song in 2 or 3 or 4 takes. I hope that my tips were helpful for you. If there are open questions, write them down in the comment section below. If you want to hear more covers and shred guitar related things, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell to not miss my next bonus tips. See ya!